Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the king of the market, Bitcoin. Currently trading around $62,000. Bitcoin is sitting at its cost of production. A lot of market participants are very bearish, rightfully so. There's extreme fear gripping the whole cryptocurrency market. We saw big liquidations ending last week, and right now, Bitcoin is down for Q2 of 2026. Bitcoin is down for June of 2026. I'm expecting a bounce this week. Look at Bitcoin's valuation against the US dollar, Bitcoin dominance in the cryptocurrency market. What should we expect from Bitcoin over the next few days and the next few weeks? Are we dumping further down to Goblin Town in this bear market? Is this the bottom? Is this a good time to buy? We'll talk about that and more in this video. Let's get down to business. Let's start with sentiment in the cryptocurrency market, guys. Right now, there's huge levels of extreme fear in the cryptocurrency market. According to the Fear and Greed Index, we're at a level of 8, one of the lowest readings we've seen in 2026. At some point in time in 2026, we saw the Fear and Greed Index get to a level of 5. But right now, it's at the level of 8. And historically, the best time to always buy, guys, have always been during periods of extreme fear. The best time to sell has been during periods of extreme greed. And right now, there's extreme fear in the market. Bitcoin is down on a weekly, down on a monthly, down on a yearly. It's down 14% over the last 1 week. It's down 22% over the last 1 month. And Bitcoin is down 40% over the last 1 year. If you look at Bitcoin's price against the US dollar, we saw Bitcoin getting to as low as $59,000. Guys, a lot of market participants are getting bearish. They're expecting Bitcoin to go to lower prices. If you ask your average influencer, he'll tell you Bitcoin will continue dumping. And many people have been drawing parallels to what happened in 2022 when we saw Bitcoin dumped. So Bitcoin had a rally and then he had a huge dump to Goblin Town. Now, the parallels that they're assuming we're going to have this huge dump to Goblin Town where Bitcoin probably goes towards $40,000. I've even had talks of Bitcoin probably getting to as low as $20,000. But I beg to differ, guys. I believe the opposite of that is going to happen. The crowd is always wrong at the extreme. We saw Bitcoin coming to as low as $60,000 in February of 2026. Market participants were expecting lower prices. Bitcoin rallied back to $83,000. Market participants were expecting higher prices. And right now, Bitcoin has flushed the market down trading at the $62,000 level, guys. If you look at Bitcoin's 200-week moving average, historically, that's always been a good time to buy. Buying Bitcoin around the 200-week moving average has been a good time to buy. If you look at Bitcoin's previous price history and the bear markets, when Bitcoin is dumping, when you buy it around the 200-week moving average, that has always been a good investment. In 2015, in 2018, in 2020, and even the 2022 bear market where Bitcoin spent an extended period of time below the 200 week moving average, that ended up being a very good buy in hindsight. Right now, I believe the same thing is happening. I don't think this time is different. Bitcoin currently sits around the 200-week moving average. I would expect Bitcoin to catch some beats here. I'm expecting smart money to continue accumulating Bitcoin heavily. Another reason why, guys, we might be at the bottom, another reason why it's going to be a good time to buy, minus sentiment in the market, minus Bitcoin getting to that 200-week moving average, is Bitcoin cost of production. We talked about this Bitcoin cost of production some months back. If you go back towards Bitcoin's price history, anytime Bitcoin is in its cost of production, you want to be buying it, it means miners are basically just producing Bitcoin on the free. So there's no incentive for miners to sell. There's no profits for them in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin, they're producing Bitcoin at the cost of production. In 2015, 2016, that was a good time to buy Bitcoin when it was in this cost of production band. And if you go back in 2018, that was also a good time to buy. In 2018, we even saw Bitcoin falling below that cost of production band. That was a wonderful time to buy. During the COVID sell-off, that was another good time to buy. 2022 bear market, that was a wonderful time to buy. I don't think this time is different. I believe Bitcoin, being its cost of production band, in hindsight, will always come and look like a good time to buy. I'm still standing by the targets of Bitcoin getting towards $100,000 at some point in time in 2026. I don't think this time is different. Even though right now, guys, Bitcoin is down 7.52% in Q2 of 2026. On a monthly time frame, Bitcoin is negative 14.44% in June of 2026. If you look at news stories going around the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin risks new purge with bear market losses still at $35 billion below 2022 total. Bitcoin realized losses remain below the 211 billion tally from 2022, leading to a prediction that the next bear market was not in. A lot of market participants are drawing parallels to what happened in 2022, expecting the market to do exactly the same that. But remember, guys, the market might do similar things, but they say history doesn't repeat itself exactly. History does always rhyme. Bitcoin threatens to punch further as realized losses in 2026 bear market fails to beat record. Bitcoin realized losses have not yet surpassed the 2022 total, despite market cap being higher. History suggests that a fresh round of capitulations should occur before a bear market bottom appear. Retail investors' conviction is still remarkably high despite new macro lows. Guys, if you notice what's happening in the cryptocurrency market, very, very funny. The stock market is in all-time highs, the Nasdaq in all-time highs. Yes, we just had a pullback over the weekend, but I find it hard to believe that crypto will be deep in the bear market while the stock market will pumping to new all-time highs, while the Nasdaq will pumping to new all-time highs. And look at Bitcoin dominance in the cryptocurrency market showing a decline, which I believe will signal a shift towards all coins. And over the next few days and the next few weeks, yes, we might see Bitcoin pump to higher prices, but expect all coins to have better rallies than Bitcoin. All coins are going to have more gains than Bitcoin. It doesn't mean Bitcoin won't have a good time. Worst case scenario for Bitcoin in 2026, we see Bitcoin having 50% retracement rally, which might carry Bitcoin to as high as around $90,000 at worst. At best, we see Bitcoin getting to that magical $100,000 level before the end of 2026. You see, if you use the Fibonacci retracement to from the top that came in for Bitcoin in October to the bottom where we've gotten to right now, and we set new lows. Bitcoin just set new lows over the weekend. If Bitcoin has a 702 retracement, you see Bitcoin trading around $105,000 at some point in time in 2026. More news stories going around the cryptocurrency market, guys. What happens to Bitcoin if the Nasdaq falls further? We saw the Nasdaq having a little trouble over the weekend. Bitcoin eyes a rally towards $92,000 as BTC defends key long-term support, while the Nasdaq fashes deeper correction rates. So Bitcoin and crypto has not been doing well. We saw the Nasdaq pumping to new all-time highs. We saw the Dow Jones pumping to new all-time highs. So what will happen if Nasdaq starts dumping? Historically, Bitcoin dumps to the stock market, and only this, we'll see whether this time is different. I don't think this time is different, guys. And I don't believe we've gotten to the end of the bubble. Yes, the bubble is going to burst at some point in time, but I don't think that time is due already. Bitcoin bears face $2.6 billion trap as BTC funding rates drop. Is a short squeeze brewing? If a short squeeze brewing, guys, the BTC are going to get liquidated. Right now, Bitcoin bears spirals into short position as BTC price slides to $60,000. Will the $2.6 billion in short leverage lead to an upside squeeze? For the bears to get liquidated, we have to pump to higher prices. For the bears to get liquidated, we have to see Bitcoin rallying aggressively to the upside. And I believe that will soon happen very, very soon because right now we are seeing huge levels of pessimism in the market. We're seeing record levels of extreme fear grip the market. And Bitcoin most oversold since 2020 crash. Can it rebound to $70,000? It's crazy to think that Bitcoin was trading around $80,000 just 3 weeks ago. And right now, we're looking forward to it just getting back to the $70,000 level. Bitcoin latest oversold RSI mirrors 2020 and February 2026 setup that preceded 50% and 30% rebounds, putting back 70K in focus. We have two school of thoughts right now. One school of thought believe we're going to see a bounce right here. That's why I believe Bitcoin since cost of production bound, Bitcoin's around its 200-week moving average. Those are two important signals for Bitcoin during a bear market. If you see that, that's a good time to buy. I believe we see Bitcoin pumping to higher values. Then we have those market participants that are very, very bearish. I believe Bitcoin will break down and go towards $40,000, $50,000, maybe $20,000. Mike Eselo is started again. He sold 32 Bitcoin last week, which got a lot of market participants shaken because Mike Eselo has always said he will never sell Bitcoin. So even just selling one Bitcoin or selling 32 Bitcoin, it didn't mean it made confidence go down in the cryptocurrency market. Some market participants were even blaming him for the crash. But he's just a market participant. Don't forget, guys, he can buy, he can sell. He's in control of his plan. Strategy seller signals BTC buy as preferred dividends pay date vote looms. Strategy top executive took to social media on Sunday to to tout his Bitcoin strategy, where shareholders cast final votes on the proposal for twice monthly preferred stock dividends payments. Hopefully, he doesn't get liquidated. Like Esola has been talk over the last few days in the news. When will he sell his Bitcoin? Will he sell 10,000 Bitcoin next? Will he sell one? Will he sell 100,000 Bitcoin next? He has always said he will never sell Bitcoin. But selling that 32 Bitcoin doesn't look good for him. Right now, we're still holding on at $62,000. Right now, Bitcoin briefly just set new lows. If you look at Bitcoin's RSI, guys, Bitcoin's RSI is showing huge bullish divergence. That's a telltale sign for us to buy. Historically, when there's a bullish divergence, you want to be buying. And we saw Bitcoin setting a new low in US dollar price chart in February, and the RSI to set new lows. Right now, Bitcoin has gone below that February low without the RSI setting new lows. That's a good sign you want to see when you want to buy a bullish divergence. So upside for Bitcoin over the next few weeks. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, guys. How bullish are you on Bitcoin? Are you still buying some Bitcoin right now, or do you believe a new low is coming in? If you believe a new low is coming in, how low do you think Bitcoin will go? Drop your thoughts about that in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notifications, get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember, guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. And investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.